I thought in the hotel industry, there are just 3 systems that you have to plug into each other. And Tymen was like, no, I want to build a channel manager. And I was like, yeah, right. But yeah, so we did.
Hi, my name is Nadja, and I'm the co-founder and CPO of RoomRaccoon. The reason why we actually founded RoomRaccoon was to serve an own need. I took a leap of faith and I bought a small, beautiful boutique hotel in the Netherlands, about an hour away from Amsterdam. Well, that journey obviously came with some hurdles, and I'm super thrilled to take you along, share with you everything that I have learned during my 8 years of running a small, luxurious boutique hotel.
So I'm Tymen, founder, CEO of RoomRaccoon. Started RoomRaccoon together with Nadja 8 years ago. Nadja and I know each other for a long time. We met actually in university about 10 years before that. And how life can go. At one point Nadja was owning a hotel. I came from tech. I was building reservation systems, basically as a contractor, as an agency for hire. And from that angle, I started to, get introduced to the world of hotels with Nadja. And at one point I started getting maybe a little bit, allergic to the very old school and manual labor style of operating the hotel. And maybe also a little bit of my personal benefit there, because I barely started seeing Nadja anymore. She came home late night at 2 a.m. because after all of the guests, were in their rooms and finished their drinks, and Nadja started preparing the breakfast list, preparing the invoices for next day, preparing the checkout letters, preparing the check-in letters, opening the rooms, synchronizing the booking channels with regards to availability and pricing. All of that may be recognizable for some hotels as well. That was the start of our journey, when we started forming our ideas around like, hey, we can fix this, we can do this better, not only for our own hotel.
So my initial thoughts around the idea of building a custom solution for Bliss Hotel alone was madness. So at the beginning, I just wanted to have a digital version of my calendar. I just, not having to have this paper that half falls apart to be in front of my guests with. So I would have been happy with that part already. But then we saw that there are so many operational things that we can include in this. And we basically did a everyday release cycle. So we met in the evenings at the bar when I was still working. We were building something then that I was encountering throughout the day, released it. Next day I gave feedback, and the same thing over and over again. To the point that at one point it's crazy to build it for one hotel alone. So we just contacted other hotels around us and asked like, hey, how are you guys doing this? And would you be interested in joining us? We are building this thing. I remember that first I thought we only going to build a PMS because I already had a channel manager and booking engine. And I thought in the hotel industry, there are just 3 systems that you have to plug into each other. And Tymen was like, no, I want to build a channel manager. And I was like, yeah, right. But so we did.
We really enjoyed going through this process together and iterating and building something together. Yeah, doing that where both of our kind of professional expertises could collide, or we felt that it was synergizing. That was very, very energizing, I think, for both of us. But also because we felt that we were solving a big problem that stretched far beyond, the scope of our own business. And that's just that's just so motivating and energizing for us to build something of significance and something that is potentially monumental, potentially there to stay within an industry. And dreaming out loud even could be game changing.
So I was collaborating, or at least looking at other systems. Obviously, I already had looked at other systems, how they're doing it. My father was using a hotel system, which, well, I didn't really find suitable for us. But we talked to other hotels, because each hotel is unique and has a unique process of how they're doing their operations. And if we are building such a solution also across the border, you need to understand the market, you need to understand the space that you are in, and you also should choose what you're doing and which niche you are going into first. So you cannot serve everybody, and it needs to be the perfect solution for a specific type of business, which in our case is the independent hotelier.
When we started building RoomRaccoon, we already knew that we won't be building such a big project for only ourselves. So also while kind of investigating whether the pains and desires we had as a hotel and the need we felt for automating the operations were maybe unique to us, or maybe we were missing something, we don't know what we don't know. So we started just calling random hotels in our neighborhood or in our area, basically, like, how are you doing that? And we found out that all of them had this, this paper plan board on their front desk, and our problems were their problems as well. And when we started building RoomRaccoon, then we basically called the list of that hotels back and asked, like, hey, actually, remember us? We recently called. Do you maybe want to be part of this, what we're building? Would you like to implement RoomRaccoon in your hotel? You don't have to pay for it. We just want your feedback. We want you to use it, and we want you to understand. We want to understand how you are using our product, because the fact that it works for us does not mean that it also works well for you. So that's what we did. We referred to them as our launching customers, and more or less one hotel every month we plugged into RoomRaccoon. They started using us and provided feedback on a day-to-day basis. So we could very quickly iterate through new versions of our system, capitalizing on their feedback every day. Basically, all we knew from the hotel industry was our own hotel. And that, I think, maybe that, I don't know, let's call it some positive kind of being naive or so in that time while building RoomRaccoon, helped us to look at this, at building and designing this product at a super blue sky way. We were not biased by, hey, this is how hotel software should work. This is how it's being done. There's a PMS and that does this and that has certain terminology, and then there's a channel manager which is a separate product, and then there's a booking engine which is another vendor that creates that product and named it that way. No, we just wanted to have hotel management system, and to me, stepping in from outside of this industry, it is absolute madness that system could not have direct booking channel integrations, and you needed another product for that with another vendor. So we decided just to look at it with a fresh pair of eyes and created how it worked best for a hotel in an unbiased way. Having said that, once we started progressing, building our MVP with these launching customers, we started understanding as well that there are so many expectations, but also every hotel is so unique, because from a very far distance, one could argue, it's all beds, rooms, they sell per night. The rates might differ. Maybe there is a different amount of stars or so, a different amount of rooms, but more or less it's all the same. That's definitely not the case. Every hotel is so unique that there's so many different ways of using a property management system and distributing your room and interacting with your guests. And I think we definitely underestimated that while we started. And that is one of the great gifts, I think, that our launching customers brought to us. What excites me most about the future is that I feel we're just getting started. I think we, over the past years, we've built a solid foundation with technology that sometimes is a little bit better than there was in the industry. Sometimes it's also just completely new, where we completely have been innovating and bringing technology to this market that wasn't there, or hoteliers never thought about it like that before. I think, for instance, just embedding dynamic pricing as a default into a PMS we're doing that already, since many years, and before that, only airliners were doing that. And again, for us, that blue sky thinking, maybe because we didn't have that bias coming from another hotel technology product before, made us maybe more open-minded to bring that into the hotel industry. But then there's so many hotels still out there. The most hotels out there, they are yet to discover how technology can empower them and maybe can lose their are yet to maybe overcome their reservations to how technology maybe is feared to replace the human aspect in hospitality, whereas that's not the case. Technology augments and synergizes with the human power within hospitality, and we're really yet to untap the full potential of that in our market. There's a lot of exciting years to come.